Good day there, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Congratulations to all of you brilliant people. You've all done it. You found the champ dog. So today, I've just finished my first day back at work for a few months, and it is good to be sitting down, let me tell you. So the season's reset over in our arena land, so we're going to go play a bit of ranked. I'm feeling some MonoGreen aggro today. Don't want to push myself to learn a new deck at the moment. As I said, just finished my first day of work. I'm a little bit tired. Just want to play a couple of games, get in there, share some content with you lovely people. So that's what's going to happen. But first, it's Monday. Let's start our week off with a bang and just have a little drink together. I am drinking a refreshing herbal tea. You go ahead and get yourself whatever you want. Coffee, tea, soda, beer. We're not here to judge. We're just here to share some good times. Oh, I can feel it healing me already. Well, as I said, we're going to play some MonoGreen aggro. So let's go do that. Why don't you shuffle up? I'll see you in the arena in a second. We're on the draw, which is a little sad, but our hand seems reasonable. I'll probably play this turn one as a land. So we're not doing a deck tech or anything because we're back on PVDDR's list. There's not really a need to talk you all through it again. It's the same list from the Worlds. So yeah, we're just going to play some games. Once my opponent takes their turn, that is. Do I want to play this as a land though? Not anymore, no. I kind of just want to keep it as a 3-drop. Go 2, 3, and hopefully 4. More likely they have a negate than something like an Essence Scatter here. That's fine, your removal spell lets me draw a card later. I'm fairly happy with that. I don't really know what the Azorius Control matchup is like. I've felt good in the Dimir Control matchup. Let's try and get in here. Okay, so they're sitting on something. One of these is probably a Saw It Coming. So I'm going to play this. I'd rather get it countered than a Chariot. Yep, cool. So this is fine. I would rather play that into obvious counter magic than my Chariot. And we can draw a card in my opponent's end step. You know, if they have the removal, they have the removal. We don't have the Snakeskin Veil, so... I'm sure we've got an Alrund's Epiphany foretold over there as well. Honestly, I'd rather get the Ren counted than the Chariot. I don't know if that's correct or not, but this is what we're going for. Okay, so they don't have the counter. Behold the multiverse. So we're threatening lethal next turn. That is fine. We keep accruing value. So I have the option of just activating Haven, which will leave me with, what, 3 mana? I can do honestly not a whole lot with that. I'm just going to play these out. They could have another Doomscar. That's fine. You know, eventually Ren's going to tick down, make another Tree Folk, and copy it with the Chariot. And I've just got way more pressure on board this way than if I'd just attacked with Haven. Okay, looks like they... I was also wrong on the Epiphany call. The Ferry who slows the sunset, sure. So they can gain a bit of life.
Don't worry. It's only
Just cause I like playing into sweepers. That's so fine. Yep, they need to find a Doomscar. They need to find it now. They actually need to find a Doomscar and an answer to the Chariot. And an answer to Faceless Haven. It's a bit of an ask. I understand. It is a bit of an ask. So I feel like I want the other Renin 7. I probably want some Snakeskin Veils. I honestly don't know if all of them is good. Do I want the Liberators? What enchantments or artifacts are there? I'm sure they're probably playing Celestus. Do we think they have Portable Hull? I'm really not sure. Cut down the brawls. Do I just bring these in because they have haste? It's not the worst idea in the world. The Veils help with like Fateful Absence and Bounce. They don't help with Doomscar. Still. Okay, I'm going to go like this. If I see more enchantments or artifacts I'm worried about, we'll bring in the Liberators. I don't love this hand, but it's not terrible. This is going to be my turn 1 land. I've got 2 other Rampers in the deck. I don't know that that's where I necessarily need to be. And honestly, I'd rather get one of these countered than the Ranger class. Ranger class can do a lot of work for us in this matchup. And I did suspect there was a disruption going on there. Okay, no counterspell this time. Maybe I should have played the troll. Ah, the stadium. The old stadium. You want to give me the courtesy tap with the stadium there? All it does is produce colorless. Actually, it's strictly incorrect to tap beforehand because they would get a point in it and then the damage would take it off. So, okay, that makes sense. Get down a chariot, which is always nice. I'm not saying this is the worst thing in the world. Obviously, once you get to birds, it's really nice. Do I just want to slam Froghemoth? I'd kind of rather play this, to be honest, because they could have another Jwari. If this is a fateful absence, it's a fateful absence. It's a fateful absence. And we'll get down the Ranger class. So even if they sweep the board here, and they very well could, although they've missed a land drop, haven't they? Because we were on the play, on the draw, surely. Yeah, they got to dig for it now. They can sweep the board, but this still provides value. And it provides me with something to do with my mana as well. Okay, so we are very safe this turn to just kind of do whatever we want. We've got 2, 4, 6, 10, 12 damage. Damage. Okay, now we have lethal. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Take the play here, of course. Hand's reasonable. Struggling to get my green screen to cooperate lately. Ooh, Esper? Could be. I want a ramp here. This is obviously way more pressure, or even this. But this enables the old growth troll. Do we think this is a Jwari disruption, though? I mean, it could be, right? Oh, still 4 damage. I do think they have the Jwari. I feel like they do. Absolutely. That is no problem. This is only creatures, isn't it? You've gained 2 life and 1 mana. Stops them from being able to tick down. They could have the Fading Hope.
Now that was a surprise.
Let's consider. I don't really care about Teferi that much. I don't know if maybe I should, but I don't. I just, you know, as I said, stops them from drawing. If only this were
Don't worry.
an instant.
A little mischief.
What's the ward on this? 4. Not the most exciting turn I've ever taken, but it gets the job done.
I've got some time.
Try to kill off Teferi here. You got it. Damn. Haven't been able to do any, I mean, I have done damage, but they've just gained it all back with Teferi. Been a little bit awkward. We're at like 5 and 6 lands and my opponent's still on 20. Does not bode well for me. Pardon me. That said, you know, they did use a Vanishing Verse on a creature instead of my Ranger class. It's good for me. Are they even playing sweepers? Yeah, that took a lot of thought. Do I play this land? Extra turn, sure, you got it. Do I activate Teferi, don't I? Difficult life for a control mage. A lot of thinking. Most people aren't good at it. Main phase? Main phase. Okay, so they found a removal spell. By the looks of it. Please, I know bait when I say it.
Than I thought.
Maybe it was not bait. Could have just been delay tactics.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Okay, they might have a counterspell or something here, so I'm not going to try and just play out the chariot. I'll level up the ranger class. If they vanishing verse it, they vanishing verse it. Not the end of the world, but if they don't, I'm just going to keep getting value. I'm already drawing a few cards a turn. I mean, I'm back down to drawing one extra card a turn now that they killed one of my pack leaders. Faceless Haven is nice. Yep, Behold the Multiverse. What's even the finisher here? Is it Imrith? I can't imagine they have more than 1 or 2 copies. So I've already plowed through an Imrith. Replacement Teferi, sure. Dig, dig, diggity. Okay, so if I play this, I can activate it once or maybe twice, and then I get through for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage, potentially. Give or take possibly a counter or some removal, but maximum amount of damage I can do is not enough for lethal. So there's no point exposing all my lands to a sweeper. That's how I feel about it anyway. So let's just attack all. Like this so that I can kill Teferi. I really should have put the counter somewhere else. Old Growth Troll, sure, so I don't get the token from him. So we knew they had removal and not a counterspell there because they had white and black open. They really need to save a Vanishing Verse to get rid of this Ranger class though. Like, it's not doing a lot at the moment, but it is going to run away with the game at some point. This is just because this costs more mana. It's harder to resolve. And it's more lasting value. If I play a chariot and they wipe the board, I don't have tokens to make copies of. And there's no guarantee I would be able to resolve the Renin 7 to copy tokens of, if you know what I mean. I mean, it doesn't seem like they have anything that great in hand because they just keep spending their turns digging. Surely they've got to play some sweepers. Okay, there's the Doomscar. There it is. It's a shame to get rid of a chariot like that. It's a shame to get rid of several chariots like that. Okay, it showed several chariots, but there was actually only one. That's just weird. What is this 1 mana white or blue instant they're holding up? Maybe that was the turn to play the adversary. 5, 6, 7, 3. I would have only got 6 damage. 7 damage, but... haven't had much luck off the Ranger class. It hasn't really done anything for us. But it's there. Oh, the pre-draw scry. Yeah, our opponent is in trouble over there. In trouble. And to the bottom. So I want the Veils. The Brawls actually really did some work there. I mean, they are going to be running some artifacts and enchantments. It's good to have some kind of answer. This is in because it can kill an Imrith. I don't want to cut all of my Blizzard rolls for the same reason. But I think I can cut an adversary. I'm on the draw, so I can cut a land. Cut one Froghemoth, I guess. Is this really how I'm going to kill an Imrith by paying 7 mana for it? But the alternative is I just don't really play an answer to Imrith. I mean, 2 Blizzard Brawls. I feel like this isn't correct. Like, it doesn't feel sensible to keep in like a Blizzard Brawl. And Choose Your Weapon doesn't feel like a good answer to Imrith. But I know that they're playing it. And knowing that, I just feel it'd be really silly to not be packing at least some answers. So I do technically have 3 lands, but they're all tapped. I can't play Sculptor of Winter until turn 3. I don't think I can afford to keep this. And is much better. What do I put back here? I think it's Sculptor and aim to go turn 2, turn 3. That's my plan. Not necessarily a great one, but it is my plan at the moment. Hopefully they spend turn 2 for telling something. They do not. Okay, they didn't have the Jwari. That's nice. That's fine. Spend a card and 2 life on answering half a card. Feels good. Okay, so I was trying to give myself the opportunity there to draw the 3rd green source for Old Growth Troll. We did not find it. We can still just play out the Mammoth. Looks like it's going to get countered, which is fine, but we do already have a value engine on board in Ranger class. It'll take a couple of turns to level it up. But it's there.
And some think time only flows in one direction.
I'm miles away from activating a Haven. So all I can really do here is level up. It's a real shame I couldn't capitalize on them being tapped out there with like Froghemoth or Renin 7. But that's just the situation I'm in, unfortunately. I expect this to get countered, but just trying to play out the troll is really awkward. I've got nothing else to do with my mana. Okay, well, we're up on cards in hand. Okay, we're no longer up on cards in hand.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, our turns have been really awkward. But what does one do? I mean, that is obviously going to make life significantly harder. Couple of 4/4s, huh? Sure. Oh, to consider, not a counterspell. Well, that's something. Okay, we are on board. On board. We have a blocker for an Angel. We have a blocker for an Imrith. Don't have a blocker for a Hall of Storm Giants. That's fine. Renin 7 is right that way. Please do have fun. And we can pass with Snakeskin Veil held up. This will help us draw cards. Because we are racing against the Angel token and a Hall of Storm Giants potentially if my opponent just wants to race. The extra turn doesn't help either. Could be taking 13 damage next turn. It's a lot of damage. Alright, we can no longer win a race. Had they just gone for Storm Giants there, our crackback would have been lethal. But that last extra turn threw off the math. Game not necessarily over, but close enough that I see little value in continuing. Just going to run it back like this. I really should have brought in another land, but I didn't. Oh well. So we're back down in gold with the season reset, so that's why all the control decks are coming out. Yeah, I can't keep that. Strictly worse. I am not happy about this. Not at all. Found a 2-drop at least. Could be a Doomscar, but like I have to play this. I don't have a choice. Okay, no Doomscar. I can't just sit back on a 3/3. Really hope I draw something castable. I do not. And I don't want to tap out just to pump this up. Teferi, sure.
If you want to be a great time mage, you have to put in the hours. And some think time only flows in one direction.
So, do I want to get down Renin 7 now? Or do I just want to kill Teferi and put them on 8? Yeah, I think I just kill Teferi. Double Snakeskin Veil's pretty nice.
We will meet again.
Would have been nice to slap down a Ren there while they were tapped out, but Teferi can gain them a lot of life. Have they played a land this turn? Oh please, that is so fine. So fine. Do I want to chariot here? I think I want to chariot here. Hey, let's run.
From root to canopy, the trees are mighty.
Yep. I was expecting an Elrond's Epiphany there. I think this is actually better for them because we have the untapped Reacher. They can't attack even with an extra turn. They need to find some removal or they die. They actually need to find a couple pieces of removal. Meathook Massacre for 0. Sure. And a 2-mana removal piece. And that should be the scoop. Nice. Yeah, MonoGreen, making control mages cry. Alright guys, well that's going to be the end of the show today. I don't want this video to go on too long, and I do have a few other things I need to get on top of. But yeah, MonoGreen, still good. Still great against control. So as I said, I've just started back at work today. What this means for the channel is that there will probably be a bit of a reduction in the number of videos I'm putting out. It's going to be very difficult for me to put out 4 or 5 videos a week still while also working and staying on top of anything else in my life. But I'm hoping to get at least 3 MTG videos out a week. That's my current goal. We'll see how that pans out and I will keep you updated. I have a bunch of Darkest Dungeon 2 stuff already recorded that's going to be coming out. So I don't want you guys who are here for Magic to think that I'm abandoning you for Darkest Dungeon. I just played the pants out of it over the weekend when it came out. And this is just a backlog of footage that I've got up. I'm not, prioritizing one over the other. I didn't want to show pre-recorded content for MTG because the season was about to reset. And it's just a bit, crass showing you stuff from like just beforehand. But yeah, I will be here. As I said, aiming for about 3 videos a week. If you're into Darkest Dungeon, please do pop over and check out those videos. I'm going to have a few of those coming out over the next few days as well. And yeah, I'll touch base with you guys a little bit later in the week and see how I'm tracking with all that and try to give you a better idea of what to expect. But otherwise, thanks heaps for tuning in. Please go tickle that like button, subscribe if you're not already, so you can, keep on top of everything that I am putting out and find out when it comes out. But otherwise, stay brilliant, guys, and I'll catch you all real soon.